It's from my husband and I, Walter Florida.
Okay. You may present.
I am Elisa Mathewson's mother and her father. Trevor Stephen Summers, charismatic narcissist. In his own words, Arden and Landon, what your mother told you about me being good at manipulation, controlling, and lying is true.
Over that 100 times.
This did not start March 11, 2017. This has been his whole life. For years, Mr. Summers found himself into situation after situation, and it was never, ever his fault. Trevor always blamed someone else. Trevor moved the family around all the time for job opportunities to get rich quick. And wherever they moved, he would bring his family with him, and in my opinion, to keep an eye on Elisa. We never gave up on our daughter or grandchildren. Trevor hoped he would, that we would, and then she would not have family support she needed. When she left him in October for a new life, we warned her he was dangerous and could get her alienated away from her friends. You have to think like Trevor and be 3 steps ahead of him. I told all of my friends and family, if anything happens to Elisa, know for sure Trevor did it. Her sister told her husband, one day my sister will be on 48 hours or 20/20. Look what happened March 11 to 13, 2017. No, we don't have a crystal ball, but we knew what Trevor was capable of. When we found out Elisa had been kidnapped, we knew he had planned this, and it was so he did not have to go to federal prison a few days later in Philadelphia. We were in Pennsylvania at 8:27 a.m. Sunday morning, March 12th, when we found out and got the first flight available to Orlando, as all flights to Tampa were completely booked for spring break. Not like his mother, who went back to bed for 3 hours after the police had knocked on her door at 3 a.m. to inform her of a kidnapping and the children being alone. She was only 15 minutes away from being with her grandchildren and knowing her son and daughter-in-law were missing. Why didn't she care more has been my question for 5.5 years. We drove right to the command center in Elisa's neighborhood and met Sheriff Charlie Keenan. And I told him, we called Trevor Teflon Trevor because nothing ever sticks criminally. He always gets out of it. He told me when Elisa was found, he took that to heart and wanted this one to stick. This is why you need to give Trevor life. Make this one stick. When Elisa was taken from the car, one of the first things she asked, do my parents know about this? Are they here? Of course we would be there because she is our daughter and we care about her and our grandchildren. He mentions lies. He can convince anyone of anything to benefit him. His lies caused so many questions what Elisa would say. I believe that the trial, people now believe Elisa and not Trevor's lies anymore. For some, it took 5.5 years to accomplish this. On a final note, you may have noticed the support Elisa had during court, surrounded by family and friends. She is a strong woman that I am proud of to call my daughter. My granddaughters who testified have learned to be strong young women from seeing their mother go through all of this for not just the court time, but the past 5.5 years. This whole family needs closure and needs to know that Trevor will never set foot out of prison for the rest of his life. They have a man in their life now, Jeff Mathewson, who is the foundation they all need, and he will hold this family together and will not fail them like Trevor did. Trevor was all about Trevor, and he was the only one that mattered in his life. The children were pawns to get to the queen, and they did not matter where he was concerned. Jeff told my husband at court, Elisa and these kids are my life, and he will do anything for them. I hope I hear these words today. Trevor Stephen Summers, life in prison.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Ms. Marquez, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, anything else, Ms. Johnson?
Nothing further.
All right, thank you, ma'am. I'll ask Kate to just call your next witness.
The statement's next call to the
Cooper's on. Mr. Summers, good morning and welcome. We're going to bring you down to that microphone. Can we move the microphone down, I think to the next level down? Yeah, you can, down there. All right, Mr. Summers, welcome. The first thing that I need to do, sir, is swear you in. So if I could please have you raise your right hand. Thank you very much. Do you swear or affirm anything that you say today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. Ms. Johnson, do you have questions, or does Mr. Summers have something? You may proceed.
He prepared a statement, Judge.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I have to object. Please qualify this witness.
Understand. Mr. Summers, I just have to ask you a couple of additional questions, sir. Do you know what it means to tell a lie?
I'm
You
sorry?
have to answer out loud.
Yes.
All right. And can you tell me what a lie is?
Yes.
What is a lie?
Basically, I can say, like, something that's wrong, but it's not right.
If I told you that my jacket that I'm wearing, they actually call it a robe, but if I told you that it was red, would that be a lie?
Yes.
And is it wrong to tell a lie?
Yes.
And you understand that I asked you to swear to tell the truth today? Did you understand that?
Yes.
And do you understand that if you don't tell the truth today, that there can be consequences for that?
Yes.
Do you know what consequences are?
Yes.
Tell me what they are.
There's something that happened after, and something that you have to deal with because you made a wrong choice.
Thank you, sir. You're a very smart young man. I'm going to allow you now. I'm going to find, the court's going to find. Did you have something?
I just want the court to inquire if this statement is self-made or if someone wrote the statement for him.
Well-
What to say or what proceedings, what
Well,
proceedings.
you're going to have the opportunity. I'm not going to cross-examine the young man. You will have the opportunity, if you wish, to ask him any questions. All right, Mr. Summers. I've asked you all the questions that I'm going to ask you. Now it's my understanding that you prepared something that you would like to read. Is that correct? You may proceed, sir.
Flashback to when I was 3 years old when I thought I could not be harmed by a careless father. I was scared and worried knowing I was left alone in an empty house. I wonder what father had that careless of mind leave a 3-year-old alone while trying to kidnap his mom and not knowing what was going to happen to him. He was going to be caught by the police and get life in prison. Now we go back to my life now in 2022, how this has affected me and my family, not including him. It has made me stressed. It has made me put other people in danger for me because this made me put my anger towards kids at my school and has made me a bully, and I regret every decision I have made because this can lead to me not living a life with help or right paths.
Is that all of the statement? Ms. Johnson, do you have any questions of Mr. Summers?
No.
Ms. Marchese, do you have questions of Mr. Summers?
Yes, I do. Hi, young man. How old are you?
9.
And I see that paper is typed.
Yes.
Do you know how to use a typewriter or a computer?
Yes.
Did you type this yourself?
My mom wrote like 2 sentences and then I wrote the rest.
Okay. Do you know why we're here? Do you know what this is happening?
Yes.
Tell us.
Because Trevor made a wrong decision.
And I heard you say life in prison. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot to me, and that's a good thing, though.
Do you know what it means?
Yeah,
What does it mean?
he's never stepping foot out of jail for life.
And is that something that you came up with, or did your mother tell you this?
I came up with it.
Your Honor, I'm going to ask that this witness statement be stricken, as he's already admitted that his mother wrote 2 of the lines of the sentences we don't know.
The 2 start ones.
Which ones?
The 2 first ones.
Now we know which ones.
Now I know this one. Well, I asked that the ones that his mother wrote be stricken, and they accept only the statements of Mr. Summers and not statements made by Mrs. Matheson to her son. Yes.
Mr. Summers, did your mom help you prepare your statement?
A little, but not really.
And is that because you're 9?
Yeah.
And is all the words that you read, is that what you wanted to say?
I said the words and she typed in it, but then I said different.
I don't have any.
Just, what are the first 2 sentences? Can you read the first 2 sentences for me again, Mr. Summers?
Okay. Flashback to when I was 3 years old when I thought I could not be harmed by a careless father. I was scared and worried knowing I was left alone in an empty house.
Those are the first 2 sentences?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'll disregard those 2 sentences in an abundance of caution. Anything else? Any other questions of this, Mr. Summers?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. I'll ask the state, please call your next witness.
The state next calls Bryn Summers.
Brent?
Bryn.
Brent. Ms. Summers, welcome. You can come on down to that podium and I need to swear you in just like the other witnesses. If you please raise your right hand. Thank you, ma'am. Do you swear affirm any testimony that you give in this proceeding will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you put your hand down. How old are you? And do you know the difference between the truth and a lie? And can you tell me what that difference is? Do you know that is it bad to tell a lie? Why? If I told you that it was Wednesday today, would that be the truth or a lie? What's the truth? That's all right. All right, thank you, ma'am. Now, does she have a written statement?
Yes, Judge.
All right. You may present your statement, ma'am. You might want to move it down just a little bit. It's fully adjustable. I can hear you. Madam Court Reporter, can you hear her?
At this moment, yes, sir.
Okay, we'll let you know if we can't hear you.
Trevor Summers has impacted my life by making me get behind in school and involved making me noticed for not a good reason. I'd rather be noticed for something good and influential that I've done for the world, and being an icon to others, not to be known that my father is a criminal. I get the sensation of anger and strong emotions of grief just to the thought of him in his face. Trevor Summers has mainly impacted my life when it comes to feeling safe sometimes. Even a ball teacher is my father, or ball guys in general, short for ball. He's mainly impacted my life with trust. Trusting people and making promises that they can't keep. Trevor Summers said the night of the kidnapping that he promises everything's going to be okay between my mom and him and my mom. Everything was not okay though. Every time a teacher mentioned something about, like, memories, I always think back to them and almost cry in class many times because of this reason. Every time I think of him, some emotions come up like a wave of silence. I've never cried so much after I left the courtroom that day. The tension in the courtroom, my teeth together, clenching my jaws, he asked me questions about the crime he did himself. Trevor Summers didn't leave my mom with a single penny. She did this all by herself. She built this foundation that he could never hold up. She stood up to him. I'm so proud of her. When I'm older, I want to be just like her. Powerful, independent, strong woman who won't let any man control her any longer. I will be so grateful to hear that my own father is getting a life sentence, and I never have to see him in his bored face again.
Any questions? Anything else, Ms. Johnson, from the stand? Any questions for Casey?
No question.
Thank you, Ms. Summers. I'll ask Kate, please call your next witness.
Arden Summers.
Arden Summers. Okay, the first thing, welcome, Ms. Summers. The first thing I need to do is swear you in, so if you raise your right hand, please. Do you swear affirmative testimony you give at this time will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, put your hand down. Tell me again how old you are at this time.
I am 20 now.
All right. I'm not going to ask you any additional questions. You've sworn to tell the truth. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, sir.
You may proceed.
All right, thank you.
I was 14 when he ultimately betrayed me. The man I thought could do no wrong and that I looked up to had broken something that will never be fixed or forgotten. Here I am today, still dealing with the consequences of your actions. For 5.5 years, I have struggled with what happened to my family, especially for the part I took in it. On the night of March 11, 2017, I let you into my mom's house through a bedroom window. I will forever live with the guilt of what you did, even though I know that I could not have known what was going to happen. I trusted you in what you said. You told me you needed to speak to her and that it wouldn't be long. But little did I know I would be assisting in putting my mom through hours, even days, of hell. An anger towards myself had built up inside. How could I not see how strange it was to let you in the window? Why didn't I question it? Even during that time when I waited down the street in your car, I thought it was odd how long it took you to wake my mom up. I have the burning question of why couldn't I do more? But now I realize the answer to that question. Because I was a child who trusted her parents, and a child who trusted her father. The guilt has affected me for 5 years, eating away at my soul. Therapy and medication was not enough to tame the burning flame inside me. I was led to destructive behaviors, none of which I am proud of. The physical pain I inflicted upon myself was nothing compared to the pain of the guilt I felt and the weight I carried on my young shoulders. While no one else blamed me for what I did, for what happened, I did. I fought against my own demons for over 5 years, all because of the actions of one man. I am 20 now, and while I have grown and overcome most of my demons, I still crave the closure I've been waiting for. The closure that 14-year-old needs. Sorry.
All right.
I stand here today and share my story, one that I have been waiting to tell for all too long, one that has burned into the heart of my 14-year-old self. I was a child when I let you into my mom's house. I was a child when you told me to make an almost 30-minute drive with 3 other children in the car to your house. I was a child when you broke all my trust, my hopes, and my dreams. Even after my parents were found, my siblings and I were ripped from the only homes we knew, that of my parents. We were put with your parents and then moved to a family friend's home, neither of which were stable. This led to a worsening decline in my mental health. I was diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and PTSD. I was put on antidepressants, but it didn't help my constant PTSD episodes and sleepless nights. It felt as if everything around me was a trigger. I couldn't even go to school without having an episode of some kind most days. This continued until I was reunited with my mom in December of 2017. Only then did my long journey of healing begin. But even as I healed, the trial loomed over me. While I was anxious for the end and the closure I needed, I knew I had to face you one more time. And finally, that day came. I was as ready as I would ever be. The day came for me to sit in front of the jury. However, I found out last minute that I would be questioned by the man I feared the most. To sit there and be questioned by you tortured me. All I could feel was my body shaking and my heart pounding. I felt as if I couldn't breathe as you questioned me. Even after testifying, the mental anguish lingered. But the hard part was over and the weight off my shoulders. Now I stand here today, stronger than I was before, ready for this sickening chapter to end. After years of continuances and waiting for closure, I am ready. Ready for the end and for the peace of mind. I may no longer be a child, but I can allow my inner child to heal. To heal from the damage her father had caused. I still have resentment, but it is no longer towards myself. Only towards the man I thought was my father, Trevor Summers.
Any questions, Mr. McCready? No. Thank you. State call your name, please.
State called Lisa Jackson.
Would you come on down to the podium, please? I believe I swore you in earlier, so you are still under oath.
Yes, Your Honor.
You may proceed.
My victim impact statement is directed at Trevor Summers. I suffered horrific pain during a 55-hour ordeal when I was tortured by you, Trevor Summers. Even though I may not act like most victims, your crimes that weekend changed me. I am not the same woman as I was in March 2017. I was weak. I would fall apart. I couldn't sleep. And if I did, I would startle awake at 3 a.m. in a complete panic that you were attacking me again. I wanted to roll in a ball and give up. The amount of destruction that was left in the wake of your crimes was overwhelming, but I couldn't give up. I had 5 traumatized children that needed me to be the strong one. Let me start there. My eldest children had severe parental alienation caused by you. It took years of hard work and dedication to rebuild those relationships. Oh, how I cried at the pain that you caused them, the guilt in Arden, the hatred and anger in Landon. But I am happy to report that my love for them overcame your evil intent. All 5 children have love and stability, being raised by me and a real man who protects his family from monsters like you. In 2017, I was triggered by bald men in black t-shirts, and men in general. But now I was able to sit in front of an all-male jury, knowing that real men would never tolerate you. You used religion to get what you wanted. You tried to pervert God's word and shake my faith. While Psalms 118:17 says, I will not die, I will live, and I will proclaim what the Lord has done. God has given me the strength to stand strong against you. I am blessed beyond measure now in 2022, although I did not feel that way in 2017. You see, in 2017, when I was found, you owed over $100,000 to the IRS. Your bank accounts were overdrawn. You were being evicted from Newberry Grove Loop, and your car was returned to Enterprise where you rented it from. I was left, a penniless single mom of 5, surrounded by your lies and chaos. I had to make the choice to either roll over and give up or continue fighting against the destruction you caused. I now have a successful career, and I can provide for my family without anything from you. You have never shown remorse for any of your crimes. You have impacted so many in a truly negative, evil way, leaving victims in several states across the country. But you didn't want that discussed during the trial. You were the one opening the door to the fact that your lies finally caught up with you, and you already had federal charges with pending sentencing when you kidnapped me. Yet you continued to lie and manipulate by trying to get a mistrial if it was discussed, painting an even worse picture of you. You get absolutely zero credit of mine or the children's happiness. The credit goes to my husband, Jeff. He has sacrificed to put us first. He has been there picking up the pieces of brokenness that you treated as trash. We are worth so much more. And we will continue to do great things with our lives. You, on the other hand, will not. You will rot away for what you have done, and you don't deserve any more of my time or energy. Instead, I will use this time to thank Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department and Randall Crosby, as well as others, for saving my life. Jennifer Johnson, Jessica O'Connor, Judge Sabella, and the gentlemen of the jury for their hard work and dedication in seeking justice. Thank you. I'd like to thank Riverstone Church, their pastor, Matt and Katie, their deacons, their congregation, for the love and support during the most difficult time of my life. The Spring of Tampa Bay for being by my side from the beginning, believing me before the kidnapping, advocating and guiding me, bringing awareness and healing to those who suffer from domestic violence. You all are warriors. To my friends, supporters, and survivor sisters everywhere, thank you for inspiring me to be the best version of myself. May I go on and help others with strength and hope of healing. My parents, my brother, and the rest of my family, words can never express my thanks and love for you all. You carried me when I couldn't stand. You gave me strength and provided the tools for me to carry on. I still hear Poppy whisper, I love you, sweetheart. My 5 children, you are my world, You are so very special to me, and I am extremely proud to be your mom. Arden, you are brave. Landon, you are courageous. Bryn, you are determined. Grady, you are confident. And Cooper, you are bold. I look forward to a lifetime of memories and special moments we will continue to share and all of the love between us. And finally, Jeff Matthewson, the love of my life, thank you. I get to spend the rest of my life growing old with you, feeling loved and protected. Raising our children, celebrating their milestones, watching them grow, may we continue to build an incredible life together. I am thankful every day for having a second chance at life. I am now free, and I am asking for the maximum possible sentence for peace of mind for myself and my family.
If you hold on just for Casey, any questions?
No, no questions.
Anything else, Ms. Kate?